Welcome to the Disrupt Now podcast. This is Natalie Viglione, your host, and this is season 2, unlocking the cosmic mysteries around New Earth magic. My desire is to bring conversations that serve as cosmic medicine for all of the sacred souls that seek the revealing of the magic and mystery of the organic celestial energies. I powerfully step in as a sacred vessel for the Cosmic Mother, or as we can say, the divine feminine energy rising. I walk an authentic druidic path of primordial tradition, and I am here to share wisdom and the highest truth for the betterment of all beings, animals, minerals, plant life, and all that is. Please join me on this journey to explore and awaken the magic again. Welcome, Rocio and Angel. I am so excited that you're here and we get to dig into the orchid and the story, but more so your story and how this bloomed just like an orchid in its creation. And I really would love to first dig into, I think anytime we write and birth books and things like this, it's a moment of magic that happens to bring it through. So let's talk about that little magic and that little story around it.
You know, I'm so happy to be here. And the book is called The Orchid, The Secret Codes of Modern Goddesses. For me, a modern goddess is somebody who is right now having the best version of themselves. When you really know how to use the tools to create whatever you want to experience in life.
Mm-hmm.
So for a long time, a period, I was really creating a lot of drama, or I was part of in the subconscious to create and to live in a place that was very dark.
Mm.
And when I was able to do through the tools that we put in the book, is to really do the journey that every person can do in the moment that you realize. And in that moment, it's like I want to share with the world how you can create this magic in your life.
Yeah.
Because I've been seeing that not a lot of people are aware how to do it.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And that not aware part is sort of, that seeing the patterning, right? That patterning that exists within that is there. And until we see it, it's working in its own, creating its own thing without us even really realizing what that means. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
When we started this process, really it was, well, it always has been incredibly personal,
Mm-hmm.
right? Rocio was looking for forgiveness and to forgive something that had happened. I was able to let that go, but I could not explain to her how I did it. It just came a little bit easier to me. It always has to forgive or to let go and not be so attached to anything, really.
Mm-hmm.
And I was beginning to transition out of a corporate career. Rocio had transitioned years earlier. But really, the most important part is when we were starting to kind of change and we had each other to observe it
Right.
and to nurture it without judgment. We were learning just how to do that, but we were acknowledging it in real time in front of each other. And so that helped tremendously
Yeah.
to to enter into that area of what many people call awakening,
Yeah.
remembering, is we were just looking at each other like, wow, we're better people today. We feel better about our lives. And
Yeah.
so that really was the beginning of everything, because it was really not about wanting to write a book. It was, wow, what is this we're feeling and
Mm,
how do we share it with others?
that's beautiful.
Mhm.
Yeah, and that mirroring, that that sacred union concept is powerful. My
Yeah.
husband and I have that same um, remembering within. And when you see yourself mirrored back and you go, oh, what is this showing up? It is truly, and share with me how you guys have felt in that unfolding and that blossoming, which became a book, which became many other things, which will become so many other things. Um, how did it feel being in that? Doesn't it feel like you're in this evolutionary track that is so fast and rapid that sometimes you go, wow, is this really happening?
I was listening somebody saying miracles are the norm. Okay, that's the norm that we are created to live miracles every day. I was not in that vibration.
Mm,
Now that I am in that vibration to create and to see the miracles every day,
yeah.
I understand the difference between A and C.
Yeah.
And now I can explain to everyone how you can move from A to C. I know the feeling, the ideas, the the shadows, and this journey has been is really what keep us alive.
Mm, yeah.
Because if we came and we know everything, of course we're gonna create a beautiful life and a
Yeah.
beautiful, but I love to be a human,
Yeah.
but I don't wanna be always sad like
Yeah.
I was.
Yeah.
I love to feel a sadness, but I don't wanna live all my life believing that I'm depressed or I'm sad all the time. The difference is that when you are in C, you have the same moments, but now you only keep them for a certain period of time, but they don't manage your life.
Mm-hmm.
So you can keep going to create the experience that you want.
Mm-hmm.
When I was a victim, somebody who was abused, and I grew up in a cult, right? The cult of being a victim.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now that I move from there and I see how much suffering they are having and without knowing,
Mm-hmm.
in that moment when I'm now is reflecting that I respect them. I don't judge anyone.
Yeah.
I only want to provide tools for them to at least know that we have another option.
Mm.
And that option is nicer,
Mm-hmm.
at least for me.
Mm-hmm.
Is feels I drink the same coffee that I used to drink before, but now I'm more gentle with me.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I think that is what we want to convey there, that in the moment that you learn to know yourself and to really let go and be in the present, your experience of life is from that perspective of miracles.
Right. That's beautiful.
I just
Absolutely.
want to add something because I love when Rocio says that she grew up in a cult, in the cult of
Yeah.
victimhood.
Yeah.
And, and it's worth perhaps expanding on that a little bit. One of the things that we learned, as I'm sure you've heard, Natalie, and your audience as well, is everything that happens to you is of your own doing
Mm.
because you decide. And what we mean by victimhood is all of a sudden we were taught for a long time that really to look outside for
Yeah.
validation, look outside for strength, look outside for everything. And the moment that is the way in which you operate, it does one thing. It takes your power away.
Yeah.
And when you have radical responsibility, and it's tough at first, really, really difficult, because what do you mean my situation is of my doing? And it's choices, little choices that you've made, along your life that have brought you to this moment. The beauty of that is that if you realize that it's choices you've made that brought you here, and you want to change where you are, then let's start making different choices so that you have different results. And I think that was one of the biggest realizations that we had as we were expanding our knowledge and awareness is that we had to
The,
live differently and the
the,
choices we made had to be different.
I don't
Mm-hmm.
know, Natalie. Let me try to explain what I understand for what he just said. The choice is your thoughts, how you talk. A lot of people are not aware
Yeah.
how important is the connection between four things: your thoughts, your words, your feelings, and your actions.
That's it.
So,
Mm-hmm.
in the moment you say a lie, you know that you are saying a lie.
Mm-hmm.
So, you are not aligned with the truth that you really know. So, at one point is simple things that we say without words, and people they don't understand how important that word add words to create, because all the time in my case I used to say I'm so stupid, I'm not good enough, I'm fat, I'm short, oh my god, I have an accent. I was my worst enemy.
Yeah.
I really want to belong to different circles of people to get accepted. So I put a face, a mask. So I was not really being myself
Mm-hmm.
because I want to belong. So it's all these
All
things,
these little actions and choices that you make.
little actions.
Mm.
It's not that you don't pay somebody. It's the little actions that you do inside yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. That is, it's um it's profound when that comes through. I made like a little graphic some years ago of what true magic is when we are creating or creating, because manifest, it is creating, it's creation. And it had those exact four things because it's like we're creating spells all day long.
That's right.
Now, is that a curse against ourselves? Or is it in this in this creative love magic that really creates exactly what the vibration in which we really want to see, come to reality in our reality. So absolutely.
And I really, I mean, I commend you for that because really It is, that's what we do. We throw out spells. Our words are orders to the universe, right?
Exactly.
Oh, I'm so stupid. Oh, I will never amount to anything. You will never amount to
I'm
anything.
never gonna forgive.
I'm never going to forgive. I'm
Give.
never going to be happy. I'm never going to find that love of my life. We're constantly sending these messages into the ether.
I
And
don't have
then
enough money.
and then we wonder why we don't have those things. Why we don't, well, you've said you don't have them. Therefore, your wish is my command. And it's really just, as an example of a tool for people who are listening, start changing that. I am going to be happy. I am living in the happiness. I am living in abundance. I am smart. I am authentic. The world wants to see my light. The world wants to see me succeed. All of these things, let's start changing them and start speaking positively to ourselves.
Exactly. But like you said, we can, this is part of that. I always feel it's like moving from, it's goddess in word versus goddess in frequency, in
That's right.
vibration, which, is this realization that, oh, then there's actions. Because
Yes.
you guys could have, you know, in the rupture moment to create this, which we'll get into in a moment, you could have thought about it forever and wheeled on it forever. And, it's that getting caught in that loop, and just not being able to push in. So I think this action component has been so lost to that more, um, you can just speak positively and everything's going to be fine, when it's like, oh no, there's actions that have to happen in conjunction with all of this. And if you miss one of those, then the whole entire flow, it's like tripping over ourselves, isn't it?
100% the universe, ¿cómo se dice en inglés?
Rewards action.
Rewards action.
Yeah,
God rewards action.
exactly.
And doesn't matter if you don't do it in this second. You can do it in this second. Because that second, the first one, already passed.
Right.
So it's like somebody told me, okay, tomorrow is gonna do a new day. It's like no, it's a new moment right now.
Exactly.
Don't wait until tomorrow.
Exactly.
You can do it right now. I remember, Natalie, when I was in a crossroads to go and continue to live my life the way I used to without doing the book, and the trajectory to doing the book. And at one point I have a conversation with Angel, and I was crying that my soul, all my being, my cellulars, all was, no, I need to do this. And I need to do that trajectory, because is what you are supposed to do in this life. Is your mission.
Yeah.
And your mission is to inspire more people to see that they can do it, that we are not in competition, that in the moment that you understand your feelings and understand your past and heal it, then you are 100% free to create whatever you want.
Yes.
And that's why we did the book like a guide.
Yeah.
For people to, because not everyone, Natalie, has the money, neither the time, neither the willingness to read and read and read books. We read 200 books to really understand okay, how you do it, because I was searching for 30 years. My mom died in 1992 and I was orphan at that point. So this is the book that I wish I have in that moment.
Right. Yeah. And the
In the
place too
moment.
would be great
Yes.
also.
Yes. Yes.
The place everyone needs in their life to have a secret space for them to experiment what means to be human.
Without judgment.
Exactly. What that feeling of true unconditional love is. You know, it's
Yeah.
funny. I don't know if you guys shared, I'm sure we all share this. It's like when we start branching out in that way and we're starting to mirror to ourselves. We literally face ourselves in all the glory and all the bitterness or whatever arises in that moment. The interesting thing is that what I have felt is it feels complicated at first, and then as you move through the spiral, you realize, no, it's like this most simple of simple things that is actually the most sacred. So simple equates to truth rather than complexities of what we should be doing. Did you guys experience this too?
Yeah, for sure.
Because remember, everyone is telling you, it's so difficult. It's so
Yeah.
difficult.
That's
It's
another of those
impossible.
things that we say that we make it harder because we keep saying it's going to be hard. Okay, and it's going to be hard.
Right.
You know,
Exactly.
there is I there's so much to talk about, but in the book, and we'll get into it in a second, but there is this in the early stages of the book when the women arrive at the retreat. For whoever is listening, the book is our story told through the eyes of many women, but mostly six women. The owner of a retreat center and five women who are part of a larger cohort of women who are arriving to experience the retreat in 7 days. And the owner is Mary, and then there's other women. And in that early stage of the book, a woman asks, "Is it going to be difficult?" And Mary answers, "There isn't one question to that, one answer to that. It could be, it may not be, you decide."
Exactly.
Right. And that's the beauty of this process, that it could really be simple and done rather quickly. And it's not that you get to a place and then you're in a platform and you're above everybody else and you look down and you're like, oh my gosh, you guys need help. You can come up to this. No, what it
Yeah.
means is that you become a craft person, a craftsman of your own journey. And you have this bag of tools that when you find yourself at a crossroads, and you find them all the time, you kind of, I've seen this before. I am feeling tired or scared or not enough. I'm going to find a tool that helps me address that right here and right now, because I know that deep, deep inside of me, the truth is, I am fantastic. I am enough. And my light is so unique that the universe, God, would not have put me on this earth unless it was. And then you kind of say, I need to heal that little piece of me that it's hurting because I'm human. And so, it becomes a little process that it could be actually interesting, exciting, even fun, but only after you practice, like anything else, like an
Yeah.
athlete, like a climber of a mountain, like a race car driver, like any craft nurse, whatever. It's just practice and you become really good at it. And at some point, the moment of pain becomes less and less. It's easier and easier. And from the outside, it looks like you're gliding when in fact you keep falling, but you just fall for less amount of time because you get
Yeah,
up really quickly.
exactly. Yeah, less time in faceplant mode.
Yes. Yes.
So, yes, okay, let's talk about the book a little more. So, again, we talked about how it came into fruition, but was there this rupture point, this breaking point when you started putting pen to paper? or in our new ways of doing things, hand to keyboard.
Right.
At one point, I was living a process myself because I want to find forgiveness. Because the way I experiment that was heavy.
Yeah.
Was feeling heavy, and is the nervous system when it's crystallized. When you have that energy stored in your body, is because something happened to you that create trauma. That trauma crystallizes in your body, and every time in the future that you continue to live and something happen, you feel that pain that for that trauma.
Yeah.
Until you go through that moment again and forgive whatever happened and work it out, you cannot release that. So it's very important that at one point you understand that, because that happened to me. And in the moment that I went and feel like, oh my God, I'm free. I'm free. I don't feel less than so. And it's like, okay, I want to explore more.
Yeah.
And in that moment that I explore, I went to forgive my father, my mother, my brother, my abusers, my this, my like I was really going in a understanding how you free yourself. So
Yeah.
that is the key of freedom. And it's like how you can show to more people how to do it. So let's do the novel.
Yeah.
And Natalie, and the way it's worked, which is really fantastic. It's almost like the messages arrive to Rocio. And I'm kind of the operations person.
But I didn't believe in myself at the beginning.
That is true.
Because if remember those times when you have the Inquisition, and if you believe in yourself, they kill you.
Because you were a witch.
Exactly.
Because those times, so that create a lot of fear in women all over the world.
Exactly.
Don't speak, don't trust themselves. So at one point, believe me, I was, no, like, is this real or not? And at one point, everything was feeling like, you need to trust.
Yeah. We were doing recently, we're doing kind of, because February is our second year anniversary of having launched a book. So it's been around for a while, and we had never sat down to take pictures of the pictures and anecdotes that we did along and had along the way to put together a story. So we just found a photo of the first notes that Rocio did after a meditation, a 2 or 3 day meditation, and started writing what eventually became. After those notes, she came and she was like, I think we come from the world of entertainment. So we had a lot of experience, mostly sales, but we had enough experience of having been in it for decades that we knew people that could help us do things, right?
Yeah.
And so Rocio says, I think we should do a television show. And the reason for everybody who's listening is because one of these things that we invite you to think about is how you consume things, how you consume through your eyes, through your ears, right? Through your heart, through your mouth, through your skin.
The sounds around you.
And we watch a lot of television and a lot of stories. And a lot of the stories are written in a way that is pure drama.
Yeah.
And adding more drama into our life. And so we fall into oh my gosh, yeah. And so we were thinking, well, what if we started doing television that was more empowering, that taught more, that showed humans succeeding in spite of themselves and in spite of that subconscious that drives us to sometimes hit rock bottom.
Right.
And so the idea was, let's do a television show And then we realized that before we did that, we needed to write the story that's going to become that television show. And that's how the book came to be, was us wanting to capture a beautiful story and complete it and then have it validated by readers before it became multimedia, if you will. And so
Right.
that's how the book really was begun. And we were, according to us, we were writing the garden, like the Garden of Eden. That was kind of the
That's what it felt like.
preliminary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think, that is, there was I just earmarked some pages, for our conversation. And there was this, in the evening council chapter, which is in chapter 9. You talk about as they walked towards the building, a drum could be heard beating quietly and rhythmically like a human heartbeat outside of the sanctuary. And
Ah,
what's really interesting about that, when I read that part, is many, many years ago, decade, I left corporate a decade ago. That sacred drum, it literally started to, I began to hear that. And it was like this invitation to walk towards the sacredness once again, and to walk away from that which is not pure, that which is not true, that which is toxic, that which is corporate often, and all of the things that go with that, and how to truly embody, to truly activate the codes that are already in our field. Like, it takes us really walking away from mainstream in a lot of ways. And and it's interesting because some time ago my brother and I were talking, and he said the same thing. He said, I started hearing drums, like
wow.
like drumming within the earth, asking me to just stop.
Wow.
Stop all these things that just don't make sense anymore. So I really loved that part. And there's a lot of I felt like, I mean, it's no mistake that the retreat owner's name is Mary. And speaking of lineage and codes and frequencies and vibrations,
Yes.
Yes.
and how we're being asked today to, it's like you guys are combining this before life time in this time
Yes.
Yeah.
with this new sacred way of walking. And that's not comfortable sometimes, is it? Like, it's not.
No.
No.
It's like you're in a dream, and you're like, why can't we just be over here all the time? And then
Right.
and then the news flips on because you're in a store, and you're like, oh God, like, seriously. How can we live in the orchid and and also still have it's a very speaking about nervous systems and anchoring, and having that resilience to be in the now and feeling into what this truly means. So let's talk about the story a little bit, to invite those who are listening to get the book and to experience it for yourself. But what magical moments happened for you guys as you were bringing this through, and um, some big pieces that really felt like, wow,
Hmm.
yes to this.
So imagine at one point I'm walking in Egypt, and through a sacred,
Ritual experience.
no, no, well, yes, we were able to meditate inside of the Pyramid of Giza in the equinox.
Mm-hmm.
So at one point, some image was coming to me that this needs to be inside of the book.
Mm.
And it's like, okay, is, for example, how they do an arch at the, and it's like, what is the intention that you're going to cross that arch? And is one is going to happen after this. That, if you make that decision when you read the book to make it happen, your life is going to be totally different.
Yeah.
It's only the intention. So many things like that are there for people to take. But depends, because this is a book that gives you what are you, where are you? Because can be a novel, maybe you understand it because it's very simple, but then show you a mirror of your own thinking.
Yeah.
And if at one point, because a lot of people read it several times, because every time you are getting information.
Right.
So we have one reader who was, I've been in my 9th time to read this to understand, and now I get it more. And it's like, I know that happened to me.
Yeah.
Because I was the 5 women, but now I became Mary.
Yeah.
So at the beginning, Angel, he was Mary, and I was the women, and he was writing it and having the information was coming through me, through him. And the beautiful about this dance is, and this is the secret for life, that I bring something, he has something unique, and you have something that the world is waiting for all of us to collaborate in concrete to really begin to see all the changes.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you're going to take the book, for example, and because it's not our book, it's information that we were open and ready to act and to do something about it. And it's like, maybe somebody else is going to take it and it's like, okay, this is incredible. I'm going to do and create or live, or we are in a without limitless world. So what else we want to create? So it's magic, powerful.
It is.
Really.
I would add, and to everyone who's listening, and again, 30 women are about to arrive. We're going to follow 5 of them very deeply, profoundly. We're going to hear their thoughts. We're going to see how they interact. We're going to know their backstories, and we're going to get intimate with them. One of them was sexually abused. Another one is divorced and has not been able to get over it. One is angry at the world. One is successful but can't enjoy it. And the other one is gay and has not been able to tell her parents at 30 that she is, for fear of not being loved by her parents.
Yeah.
She wears the mask. And these are all things that we have experienced in our lives, either directly or very close to us. These women arrive at this place and they experience 5 lessons across 7 days in this 5-star hotel that has been set up as a sanctuary and university of love. For you to go, just like we go and study philosophy, we should study love. Loving ourselves, how to do it, what are the tools you can use to get to that place where you are proud of who you are, but really without guilt and shame. And the 5 lessons are awareness, gratitude, forgiveness, acceptance, and intention. And it's kind of the 3-stage approach. Be aware, become conscious, ask yourself, do I like what I see? If you like it, keep doing it by all means. If you don't, ask yourself one more question, which is, do I want to change it? And if you want to change it, then you enter into the next 3 days of the retreat, which is use gratitude as a tool, use forgiveness as an energy management system, meaning let go of the past so you can recover that energy to do something that you really want to do and it's good for you.
Yeah.
And use it and acceptance very similarly. Stop fighting the world and learn how to swirl through it. And then when you recover all that energy, become more intentional about the life you want to live. And what is that? Whatever the heck you want. Because you have dreams and we want to see you fulfill those dreams.
Yeah.
Because when you shine and when your light is on full force, the world is a better place for all of us. And everything these women experience throughout 7 days are things that Rocio and I experience. There is, Watsu, which is a sort of a process in the water. There is chanting.
It's like a little by little, we are gold. We are pure love.
Yep.
But little by little, we have these
layers
who are there, and we can remove. You can remove it like this, or you can remove it with love, with a lot of kissing in it.
Laughter.
Yes, dancing. It's in many, many ways. So is for that is so important to really begin to understand yourself through different techniques. And the book is an inspiration for that.
Right.
For you to see how these 5 women, little by little, they begin to
Unravel.
yes, and to open themselves to different possibilities. And when you find these possibilities, like now I get it. I can do it different way. But I've been finding that a lot of people but how somebody is good or not? And my answer is you always have the power. You have your own power. You need to begin to trust yourself. Don't give your power away to anyone. Get the inspiration, but it's your own, because that when you are in front of somebody who wants to take advantage of you, you can see it.
You can feel
it's
it.
like
You
can
can feel
feel
it, for
it,
sure.
and you can really see like no, thank you. Because at one point, I was going to different healers. And of course, I saw one who at one point is like, you need to give him more money for me to give you more information. And at one point, didn't feel correctly.
Yeah.
And it's like, no, no, thank you.
Yep.
No, thank you. That's it. It's like not like I'm gonna fight with you, not like nothing. It's like no, thank you. And believes that is like a please universe, because you can ask, take me in the path that is the easiest way for me to find the answers.
Yeah.
And that is gonna happen.
Yeah. The book arrives, the webpage opens, the nature walk speaks, it's just all of these various methods of communication.
Synchronicities.
Yes. And one day, to your point, that nature walk, which had seemed so mundane so many times, you pass by a tree and you sit there and you just start crying.
Yeah.
And you're like, what the heck is happening to me? And it's cleansing. And at that moment, you can turn to the tree and say, please take this away.
Yeah.
I don't want it anymore.
Yes.
I don't want to carry it. And the tree, because we're all connected, will basically say, so shall it be. And it becomes like magic. Like it's the things of fairy tales. except that it becomes real. And little by little, you feel lighter and you feel lighter and you feel lighter and you start vibrating at a different energy and you start seeing the miracles that were always around you.
Yeah.
And you start seeing the decisions you should have made because it becomes clear. Oh my gosh, I see it now. That was the wrong decision.
Right.
But please, 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 listener, do not judge.
Yeah.
We're always at any time doing the best that we can
With the information that we have.
with the information that we have. That's
Yeah.
right.
Yep, that's it. Because, in this time of, we call it apocalyptical, but it's just the unveiling of truths that have been hidden and, stones that have been overturned and inverted and, these frequencies and codes and all of these things that have been, the whole lineage of, I call it the breath-born lineage of the witches, the healers, shamanic cultures all over the
Yeah.
world throughout all space time in this cycle, many cycles. There's been so much information, and it's like we keep eking it through thread by thread by thread. And what's really powerful about that is, when we begin to trust those threads that we are latching onto and start pulling them and weaving a new tapestry, it creates beauty for ourselves. But it's not even about us, because it's the sacred relationship with the earth. It's the sacred relationship with God, source, divine, however someone resonates with that. And, by weaving it through story, it's like, sure, you can read this as a nonfiction or as a fiction, but it's really nonfiction.
I know. I know. At one point, they don't know where to put us.
That's
Yeah,
true.
right.
Because it's like, what is this book? And it's like, I know. No one has done a book like this one.
It's many things. It's a novel, so it's a story, but it is a self-help book if you allow it to be.
Right.
It's a manual. It was written following that saying that says life is 10% what happens and 90% how you react. So the book really is 10% the drama in the people's lives, and 90% is the tools that you can use to get out of that drama, which is what they do. But if you learn those tools, and there's simple tools that you can do at home, like for example, stand in front of a mirror and tell yourself, I love you. But do it 108 times. And we say 108 times because that's the number of beats in a mala.
Or
really,
rosaries.
or rosaries. But really, just tell yourself, I love you. And at some point, something happens. You can't BS. You cannot BS yourself for a long time. At some point, I do not love myself. And then the question comes, why? I'm so cool. I'm so precious. I'm the son or daughter of God. And so these little things appear throughout the book, and they become like a little manual that you can use in your own life.
Totally. Yeah. And in this way that this is a big part of this podcast, is it's that new earth magic, which is, not the new agey sense of that, but truly like remembering the magic, the real harmonic beauty of what pure love feels like, which is goddess, which is, it is this, it is truly this frequency that has not been anchored here in so long. And so, as more and more of these kinds of stories, because, I have a poetry book that is a similar, someone could take it as metaphor, take it as, but it's not. So similar, like, I don't know, where do you put this? On what
Send
shelf
us
does this
one
go?
of your books.
Oh,
Send
yes.
one of your books, please.
Yeah. Well,
And let's play together.
Exactly. Yeah, but it's interesting how this stuff is weaving through us again, isn't it?
Yes.
It's really, that to me is the magic. But what I think is magic is, as I'm sitting watching you and thinking about, our partnership and stuff, it's like you guys braided through this, meaning you're braiding now in your sacred union, and that's gorgeous. That's gorgeous.
And Thank you for saying that. It feels that way. And it's really important for the men who are listening.
Yes.
The book is titled The Orchid, The Secret Code of Modern Goddesses, but really is the secret code to embrace a feminine energy
Exactly.
inside all of us.
Exactly.
And we all have it.
Exactly.
And we are in desperate need of embracing it as
Mm.
a world. And that's the force.
Indeed.
Our masculinity is so out of balance.
Mm. It is, sometimes, that wells up in me so quickly because, when a female, we know we know what we've been through, but I feel male as this has been like this quiet toxicity that it has.
Yeah.
This has completely dismantled the inner sun of males. And we're in a time of that reclamation, realigning once again. And it is not easy. It is not, it's a witnessing that is so, I don't even really know the word, but I guess powerful would be the word. But because
Yes.
when the true feminine and masculine energies, as we say that, I mean, there's just a million ways to say this in all the
Yeah.
cultures of all the world, but when that truly braids within each of us and that truly anchors through, that is really that's the magic really happening.
That's the magic.
Yeah.
Y-
Yeah.
About a year ago, I had a dream and I woke up from the dream and it's like, oh my gosh, I just figured out that the commandment that says, honor thy mother and thy father, or thy father and thy mother, it's not about mom and dad in this lifetime. It's about that energy inside of you.
Exactly.
Be forthcoming, masculine, be gentle, feminine,
Feminine. Yep.
you know, be aggressive, masculine, be intuitive, feminine. And so when you do that, you really become a more balanced human being.
Oh, yeah. It's
And
harmony.
it's harmony within you, absolutely. And
Yeah.
that's why we dedicated the book to the feminine, because it's the energy that was it felt and it sort of presented itself to us as this is what we need more of. And so I
Exactly.
urge the men listening not to shy away from the book, but on the other hand, read it, understand it, read it with your partners, and make of it this with the same attitude that you would, let's watch a movie together. It's read this book and grow together and expand.
Natalie,
Exactly.
I found that people, we don't invest in ourselves. We want more money. But at one point, if you believe that you are not good enough, you don't gonna have that money. So you need to know these tools.
Yeah.
You need to really invest yourself to understand how powerful you are to really create whatever you want to experience.
For sure.
Yeah.
And is like a, oh my God,
Mm.
we've been so well trained
Mm. Yeah.
to don't see it,
Yeah.
that at one point is, now that I see it, I cannot unsee it. And I don't see, it's like I see the drama and the noise, and it's fantastic
Yeah.
because now I see it like an observer. It's
Exactly.
like the other day somebody told me, how is your experience living in United States right now, like a Latin women
Yeah.
in United States? And it's like, that's not my United States.
Mm.
I live in a place where it's calm, is I focus myself because I know, now I know, is I focus in the good on the people.
Yeah.
I don't entertain the suffer, the difficulty. I act. I try to pass tools to people. It's like but then I very grateful for the experience that I been living all over the world with different cultures. So really is where you want to put your attention in the big problem or in the amazing moment that we are living in.
Exactly. Exactly.
So it's not that I'm not aware, but now I have tools because to really focus and I understand how important is to be impeccable.
Mm.
Impeccable with my energy
Yeah.
and be really like a protect the energy of what is gonna come inside. And
Exactly.
when comes inside, I feel it. But it's like I'm not gonna give you the space to be here.
And you will not define me.
Exactly. Yeah.
So thank you, bye. And I'm gonna continue to go and walk the path that is the universe put it in front of me. We don't have idea, but we are from now to the end is gonna be in that vibration.
Exactly. Exactly. Yeah. Well, to close, I like this note that you made that is if someone is in the middle of their own unraveling in this moment, in this time, what would you want them to hear?
I want them to hear the Orchid in audiobook because what they gonna listen is that they are not alone.
Yeah.
They have possibilities, but they need to take care of themselves first. Is nothing more important than themselves. So if you don't like to read a book, you can listen the book and begins to wonder and to see you understand your energy. Where are you? Really, it begin to invest. Because if you invest 10, what is gonna come is 2,000. And then really is that how important is to invest in yourself and to understand that you are not alone.
For me, I would say there are so many examples in the world of people who have come from the most distant, desolate, low, if we can call it that, beginnings. And yet they succeed. And we look at them, we read their stories, we learn them. You are no different than that. And there's only training involved and awareness and tools and situations and energy. And the way we've crafted the book is so that as you go along on a story, some of these things may become visible to you. And you can then just stop and say, oh, that's interesting. I've never thought about whatever that is. And we've put enough examples in there through the lives of these women that are going to feel like women who are real in your life, currently in your life right now, surrounding you, that you're going to say, I'm going to give that a try. And we welcome you to do that and allow that to become your companion, if you will, in this unraveling, because it feels like a storm.
Yeah.
But once you start learning, becoming aware, and getting the hang of it, it just gets a little bit easier and easier and easier. And you become a storm chaser. and you become the one who's in charge. And yes, you feel it, but you don't feel the pain. You just feel the situation and you're able to analyze it, right? And the suffering starts to erode and erode. And then all of a sudden, you're like, I can do this. I feel better about my life. I feel better about the people and the choices and so on. And little by little, that changes. Don't think that it's overnight, but it could be if you allow it to be. But also, and going back to Rocio, you're not alone. There are hundreds of thousands of people, of tools, podcasts like this one, who are there and that are there to help you along the way. You can do it, and we're counting on it because we want the world to be better. And for the world to be better, we want you to come along, because the more of us that are in this vibration, in this energy, in this thinking and thought process, the better our society is going to be. So we really do want you to succeed.
Yeah, I love it. Beautiful. Yeah, think about it as every drop in the water and that ripple effect that is created from that one said drop.
Yeah.
Beautiful imagery for us to all see. And thank you, both of you, so much for being here, for sharing the wisdom, for putting together such a beautiful nonfiction / fiction book.
Yes.
And for everyone, the Orchid book, that is not only the website, but also can be found on all the socials.
Yes.
All of them.
Yes.
And again, thank you guys so much.
No, thank you so
Thank
much
you.
for having us. This is, again, magic in the making.
Oh, yeah. What a beautiful conversation. Thank you for
It
the
is
space,
indeed.
Natalie.
You
And thank
bet.
you for
Anytime.
existing.
Oh, you too, both of you.
Thank you.
And see you all soon. Thank you for listening to the Disrupt Now podcast. Please leave us a review. Also, if you want to get these episodes to your inbox, go to disruptnowpodcast.com and you can drop your email in. You can also see all of the episodes since day one. If you'd like to connect, we have a couple of different ways. If you want to drop a line, email us at info@natalieviglione.com. Thank you for being here on this journey to awaken the magic again.